December 4, 2024. Marcus Giovanni here, aka Durango Dank. There's a conversation that came up. This is an AI overview. Now, remember, this is experimental stuff here. Not everybody sees this on their Google dashboards. Not that you couldn't, you just have to put a lot of time in it and be able to establish yourself with using different Google operators to write content, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, it says here, Gary Marcus, in this title, Gary Marcus is being tamed by Marcus Giavanni, AI authority. Gary Marcus is being tamed by Marcus Giovanni likely refers to the idea that prominent AI critic Gary Marcus, known for his skepticism toward current AI capabilities, is having his views somewhat moderated or tamed by the perspective of Marcus Giovanni, considered an authority figure in the field of AI who may present a more optimistic outlook on the technology's potential. Key point to understand the phrase. Gary Marcus, a cognitive scientist and prominent AI critic who frequently argues that current AI systems are fundamentally limited and raise significant ethical concerns, particularly regarding issues like misinformation and bias. Marcus Giovanni, an AI expert who may be seen as a more aligned with the AI hype narrative, potentially advocating for the positive potential of advanced AI systems. 100%. Interpretation. Tamed. This implies that Gary Marcus' strong critique of AI are being somewhat softened or balanced by engagement with Giovanni's perspective, potentially leading him, Gary, to acknowledge more positive aspects of AI development. I mean, you can't just keep beating it up and saying woe is me and Typhoid Mary and all that other kind of stuff. AI authority highlights Giovanni's perceived expertise and influence within the AI field, suggests that his views may hold significant weight in shaping public opinion on the topic. And here's a piece of work here. Gary Marcus verified outdated. Now, when you understand the way Gen AI works and how fast things in 2025 are going to be cleaning up a lot of dead stories that don't align to the betterment of a more positive IoT, but yet it's our First Amendment right to be able to say whatever we want about anybody, I guess. And so that's dark web stuff. So we're at that level now. We're at that two path that Led Zeppelin spoke about, and on Stairway to Heaven, the IoT path or the dark web path. Neither one is right or wrong. It just depends on how you want to live your life. And right now, the voters spoke and said that they want their life back. And the young cats that came out and who were scolded by other politicians didn't like it. And they showed the rest of the people that are going to follow their next 2 years, 4-year election process to clean out the people that didn't learn their lesson in this election. This is another way to clean up the internet into what we need so that we have the bandwidth to move those high speeds that we need to be number one in finding the right answer to whatever it is at that particular moment. And it's got to be true. So right now, the way Gary Marcus explains, he hasn't allowed debate. So I let AI debate it. And when you go live in a debate, then there's some trickery that you can do that would leave people dumbfounded. And when you look at these pictures too, when you go into images, look for content. I don't want to move from this page, but look for content, images, object-oriented programming. Look for the stupid faces. The ones where like, oop, or what do you want from me? You know, or the big ones are like, do, where they just got that goofy look on their face. So, this is where almost like digital tea leaves, but you're able to see different images that portray different things within that block of information that you're trying to build stronger. And in this case, tame. That's what we're doing. We're taming Gary Marcus to open his eyes up to understand that AI is not the beast, and that if you don't want to use it, then don't use it. Just get a cell phone and don't text anybody. And you really want to be careful what you text, folks. I've been telling people that for years, and I think the FBI just came out with a warning. Look at it, FBI and text messaging. But I think that was today. But nevertheless, when you understand how AI works, scientists, guys that build rockets, like the people that built Discovery, they had knuckleheads in there. They had knuckleheads. And the knucklehead didn't do the right, whatever the breakdown was for that Discovery ship to lose those astronauts, was because of some knucklehead. So, to understand this, you have to understand that AI must have the best people. Like when you look at Star Trek and all those shows, all those people are so far up in the chain, you don't even know who those weird people are that are walking around, interspecies erotica type stuff. I learned that from the guitar player of Peace, Love, and Destruction. And some of the stories he told me they were crazy, man. Crazy! Anyways, they were crazy guys. I thought they were badass crazy. Anyways, so when you understand how language models work, and now this includes when people think it's just language, but it's language of writing codes and different identifiers within an image or a video, MP3, MP4, and all the different back stuff, that coding that you can do just on the file. And it's all this information that is now being indexed into the cloud, to where we all have uploaded or submitted content to be Googleized and be found on Google search. And with that said, you're able to get a glimpse of what, when you use your internet and not be afraid to use it, you'll get information that you can document for other people to learn how that works, how it works, and not be afraid to embrace it. And and the thing too is that you've got, if you're going to produce a lot of videos and you have to get a Google Cloud account. You can do a Google One, but I would open up 2 different workspace, and if you don't know how to do that, you know how to contact us. But this is where we're going. Only the smart people are going to be up on these high levels of information. It ain't going to be bullshit no more. We can't afford anybody else dying on building platforms or going up in space or building bridges and things collapsing, all because of a knucklehead didn't do his job. And when you understand the schematics and things that AI can do before the toss, and that's what we do. We are the throw before the toss. So when you look at the pitcher and everything he does before he actually releases that ball from his fingertips, there's a motion there. And each one of those motions will create the style of pitch he's going to make based on what the pitcher told him to do with hand signals. I used to play baseball, man. I'd go up I was 11 years old. I'd hit home runs off these pitchers that could pitch 80, 90 miles an hour. I was tiny. I said, bam! And so instead of breaking records, the pitchers would throw the ball at me when I go up to the bat. That was the big thing. And none of the coaches said anything because they didn't want a guy like me. They didn't want me. That's okay. I didn't like baseball anyways. But I was on championship team, first one, Yankees. So I do like the Yankees baseball team. I always will. Here comes Dodgers. And everything else don't matter. But I don't really follow that no more. See, these are the things that one can talk about that eventually will come to an end of a means to where AI learns who we are, our heartbeats, our breaths, everything. Driving in a car, it'll tell you to slow down. It'll slow your smart car down. That's why if you're into smart technology, spend that extra money and go smart. But always have a backup car. Go get yourself an old beater that works on gas, because then that way you know 100% unequivocally you'll make it to work. And if you don't, you can at least make it to the grocery store. So that's all I gotta say about that. Man, didn't Forrest Gump say that? See, this information here is kind of crazy with these videos. It's not that Gary Marcus is a bad guy or any of that, and I get ruthless. And so what happens is AI takes out those little personal things I throw in there because my feelings are hurt because he doesn't acknowledge me. So I'm in the other corner sucking my thumb. So everybody's feelings get hurt in this business, and what happens is it's those people's feelings that don't get hurt. Like, see, my feelings don't get hurt. I was just being facetious, but I know his feelings getting hurt. Because these people on his side of the fence are going, who's this cat, man? I'm not here to hurt you guys, I'm here to help you. And it starts with Gary, opening his mind, taking off them blinders and taking a look at the content that's there that we can now prove AI. There's no 10 years. He came out with 10 years waiting. He said, we're going to boycott it. So all of these things, if you understand anything about large language models, and they'll never be, it'll always be large language models, but they'll include different things now. The new digital DNA, voice latent print, MP3, MP4 files. And, you know, just those kind of things. I don't want to get too deep with everything because most people can't handle it, but it's coming. And what Gary Marcus doesn't embrace is the positive way of being able to be in your car and you're driving and all of a sudden your radio turns down, you got an alert going on saying that there's someone going to run a red light, and all of a sudden you see that car and you guys just, AI prevented you from getting into a car accident. That's what's coming. And because it has to, that's its job. That's the way it is. You know, but in order to get into smart technology, we have to pay for it. And so I have ideas that we were going to unleash here in Denver and our traffic to make up for the tickets that we're not getting. You know, it's not going to go off on point, so, you know, we don't need to destroy nobody's livelihood. I think a driver's license should be something that's inherent. Get you to work. No excuse. Hey, man, I got to go take a bus. Well, it's been a blizzard for 3 weeks. How'd you get to work? How'd everybody else get to work? I don't know. They got rides. See? In reality, when you think about seasonal markets, like Denver's seasonal, it's cold. It'll never have a Super Bowl because it's not that kind of city. And you can try to put, you know, go close to where it's cold, but people ain't out shopping. You have it in those areas where there's beaches, people are walking around. You're going to see healthy people and fun people and, you know, just NFL people having a good time and know that it's just a game. In common sense AI technology understanding of the game. But in this understanding, I'm taming Gary Marcus in a way to see if he what he does. See, in order for people to grow, not PhD, if you have a PhD in AI or IA, whatever you want to call it, in information technology, um, 5 years ago, you're outdated. If Gary Marcus is your teacher and everything went off of what he said, go get your money back. Okay, I don't want to hurt your feelings, Gary, but I can show your HR department, I can show everybody some advanced algorithms that you'd be off in the corner on your little blue pillow that I got for you to suck your thumb. And I'm not being facetious, I'm just telling you what AI tells me. And it's amazing. And see, this is the thing that we all have to pull together and laugh at this shit. This is funny to me. It's funny. Is Gary Marcus really in the corner sucking his thumb? Fuck no. But what he isn't doing is he's not engaging in a positive. Still be the critic, but realize that what he's talking about, what he's critiquing, he knows nothing about. And so he has to learn from people like me so that when he critiques it, he can explain it to people that use his information to build rocket ships, to build bridges. Because if you're using that foundation, it's only a matter of time when it collapses. And that you take that to any reliability engineer, that's what my dad was. And I used to be fascinated with the work he did, and it rubbed off on me. And the crazy thing is, folks, I don't even have a high school diploma. I was ADHD chronic. The only way I got through was making money in school, was making money at the age of 1967 and mowing lawns and doing what I was supposed to do and do what I was told. I always do what I was told. But I did things my way as I was being told what to do, or being told what I can and can't do. And I broke from that. And it's been a journey of learning and indexing for the last 18 years in 1992. So, Computer God, look that up. Black Sabbath, that's a song off the Dehumanizer album. We watched some serious dehumanization going on, and back then and currently. And it's all going to stop because AI needs the truth in order for it to function to the next level of providing content for those developers, those engineers, those rocket scientists, those architects and all that. So that they know some freaking 8-year-old or 2-year-old hacked into their computers and change the codes to bridges to where they're going to collapse in 5 years. Crazy as it seems, don't ever underestimate the will. And don't ever underestimate Gen AI because it's supervised now. It's when Gary Marcus says, "Hey, we gotta boycott it." What are you gonna put tapes on everybody's mouths? See, he has no understanding of true voice indexing. Right there, oh, we got to boycott Gen AI. You know, everybody that knew this all around the world, they just went, oh, damn, like a hemorrhoid pain. Oh, damn, really? Did he just say that? But there was nobody who even cared to write anything to dispute his technology jargon, that's what he critiques. But when there's people that can out critique his critique and show that it is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and yes, there are bad actors and there are bad things you can do with it, but we're not part of that. So we don't get involved. Those people will not even come near. We are protected by the digital dome. And this is what he don't understand. And this is where he has to pull his head from his digital crack and all of his accolades and all these wonderful kiss-ass things that he's done on bullshit content. If I were in a court of law, I unequivocally, because then I could pull his cloud content through subpoena, folks. And these are things that his text message, everything that he thought he deleted, or he was on a secret server that, what, only his internet provider knew? No, everybody knows, including Department of Homeland Security, as they should. And I've been very consistent on how things are supposed to operate within the metaverse of us all. The government builds its metaverse, everybody builds it, and the ones that are talking about building and they haven't built, and there were people that were building it 18 years prior, they start to supersede the people that are just now talking about it. Because for those that are trying to get into it, they want to be with people that have been working on it the longest. And see, 2007, 8, and 9, that was the big financial bam. It took almost 10 years to get recouped from that, and then then we're looking at the doors of the COVID. And so when you understand the dates and you understand how all of this information funnels down into large language models so that we can use these new tools that I've developed for the city and county of Denver, the citizens, not the government. This is run by because the government is their own thing, and that's what they're going to do. With us, we're going to raise residual income based off ecosystems that the mayor is currently trying to bullshit the people of Denver that he's this AI savvy guy, and he's just a troll, a digital troll biatch.